I welcome you all in the part 2 video of the pharmacognosy and the phytochemistry 2. So we have started unit number 3. In the first category we have terpenoids, and in the terpenoid we have 3 phytoconstituents like menthol, citrul and artemisinin. So let's start the drug menthol. So before going to start the menthol, let us recall a bit the concept of the terpenoids. I hope you remember about this one. What I am writing here, C5, yes, you are all are right, C5H8N units. So these are the isoprene note, these are the basic, we can say the isoprene unit, or you can say the terpenes. Okay, so the term terpene represent the hydrocarbons as like resins, whereas the word terpenoids represent the hydrocarbon as well as their oxygenated derivatives. And we have also covered the classification, like first is the hemiterpene, or you can say isoprene, then mono, sesqui, di, tri, tetra or polyterpenes. So I request you to go by the introduction of the terpenoids. So here it is, we have menthol. So it is a monoterpene. Okay, so it is a monoterpene, and I hope you know about the monoterpene, in which C5H8 N is 2. So it means it has a molecular formula C10H16 like. Okay, so it is a monoterpene alcohol obtained from different variety of the mint pudina, like Mentha piperita. First variety is Mentha piperita, second is the Mentha canadensis. Okay, Mentha spicata is also there, that is known as the spearmint. Okay, yes, this is the plant. So if we talk about the chemical constituents of menthol, or you can say this plant, that is the mentha, it contains 45%, not less than 45% of menthol. And different form of menthol exists, like positive dextrorotatory, levorotatory, or the mixture DL menthol is also there. So the original menthol is obtained from the natural sources, and it is levorotatory, or maybe it is a racemic mixture. So first of all, we have to focus upon the isolation part, and I hope you remember we have discussed it also. For the isolation of menthol, what we will prefer, yes, hydrodistillation or the steam distillation approach. And for this, particularly in our laboratory, we have Clevenger apparatus. So as you can see, this is the Clevenger apparatus. So first of all, this is the main setup of the Clevenger apparatus, in which here condenser is attached, and this is the main assembly. This is a receiving, or you can say the collecting tube. This is the RBF, here where you have to put your sample over here, and you will add an appropriate amount of the solvent, and generally we use water. So what happened, we will, using the heating mantle, we will start boiling our sample, and with the help of this steam, what the steam do, steam will, what will happen, it will, the intracellular pockets present in the particular leaf. Suppose in case of menthol there is a leaf, let me explain a bit. Suppose, let me use a green pen. Suppose this is the leaf of menthol, and we know oil is present over here, that is in the intracellular pockets. Suppose this is a intracellular pocket in which this is oil, suppose. So what happen, when we apply heat, the intracellular pockets will get open and will rupture, and the oil will get passed out. And the assembly of this instrument is such a way that oil is collected over here, because there is a condenser over here. Okay, though condensation take place, then first of all the evaporation is done. That means the steam will carry the volatile oil. It means that why it's written steam containing volatile oil or the essential oil. Okay, and here is the condenser, so it will, again the vapors get converted into liquid state with the help of condenser. So here you can collect water, and over water there is a layer of the oil. Okay, as most of the volatile oils are generally lighter than water, so they will float over the water, and then with the help of simple technique, decantation, we can collect volatile oil. So the method used in this type of isolation is generally hydrodistillation. So what we have to do, the menthol oil obtained from the hydrodistillation, or you can say the steam distillation of ground parts of the fresh mentha species, just fresh flowering, just before the flowering stage. We can use the leaf part. Generally we can use the fresh leaf, because if you are using the dry leaf, the volatile oil get evaporated in the dry sample. Always remember one thing, for the isolation of the volatile oil we generally prefer fresh sample. Okay, but exceptions are always there. In some plants we do not able to obtain the fresh sample, like in clove we cannot obtain the fresh clove, so we can obtain it as a dry sample, and we can using the steam distillation collect its oil. So first step is to hydrodistillation using the upper part or aerial parts or the leaf. Now the next step, so what happen when we isolate the oil? For the isolation of the menthol, what we have to do? Just one thing. Just read it. For isolation of the menthol, comma, peppermint oil is subjected for cooling to minus 22 degrees Celsius. Means, first of all, we have to extract the oil using the hydrodistillation or the Clevenger apparatus. Then we will use this cooling method. We will subject our oil to the deep freezing or the cooling at 22 degrees Celsius. What happened during this cooling? The crystal of the menthol crystallized out, and which was then separated by centrifugation. So very simple. So it has a very simple stages. First of all, hydrodistillation and then cooling. Bas. It is a two-step reaction only. It's two-step method in which first of all it is subjected to the hydrodistillation using the Clevenger apparatus. Then it was subjected to the cooling at 22 degrees Celsius. Then we obtain the crystal of menthol. And when we talk about in the synthetic chemistry, it is obtained by hydrogenation of the thymol also. So if we talk about the appearance of this menthol, it looks like a white, bold or the fine crystalline as we obtain the crystal. So it is a crystalline substance. It has a peppermint-like taste. Yes, it is slightly soluble in water, but freely soluble in alcohol, chloroform, ether. Means its solubility in the organic solvents. So it has a specific rotation that is given minus 45 degree to minus 51. So let's talk about the identification. So first of all, for the identification of the menthol, what we have to do, which chromatographic technique we will apply? Yes, we will use TLC, and we know for any chromatography we use two things, stationary phase and mobile phase. And another important thing, that is the detecting reagent or the spraying reagent we use to visualize our sports. Okay, so let's see what is the requirements for this TLC is given. So as you can see, sample preparation. First of all, we have to preparation our sample. We will take our oil, or you can say not the oil, we will take here menthol, because we are using the identification test for menthol. So 1 milligram of the menthol is put about 1 ml of methanol, because we know it has solubility in organic solvent. So we will dissolve menthol in the solvent. So stationary phase used in TLC is silica gel G. Mobile phase we are using pure chloroform, only chloroform. And detecting reagent for the menthol is 1% vanillin sulfuric acid reagent is used. So remember this composition. And we will heat for 110 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. And it will give RF value at 0.48 to 0.62. So this is the identification part of the menthol. Just look at this. Suppose this is your TLC plate, and over here we have to apply two spots. First is the compound that you have isolated, and this one is of the pure compound, because we have to compare the RF value. So we know this is the pure menthol. So what is the stationary phase over here? We know in case of TLC, normal phase silica gel is used as the stationary phase, and what is the mobile phase? Pure chloroform. And detecting reagent is the 1% vanillin sulfuric acid. Okay, so we observe RF value at 0. So menthol will give RF value at 0.48 to 0.62 in between that. So suppose you have applied over here that you have isolated in your lab, and this is your standard, that is the pure compound. So what we will do, when you apply the spot over here, then with the help of proper mobile phase, your TLC plate will run with the help of capillary action, and finally after spraying, what you will observe, two spots are the same RF value, that will give us an idea that the compound that you have isolated is the same, because you compare it with the standard or the marker compound. Okay, so in the last, how you analyze it? So with the help of GC method, that is the gas chromatography, you can analyze your menthol. So in the end, I acknowledge all the sources I have used to prepare this video. Thank you for your patience and listening.